So Ron Paul, it's kook night here. I'm dealing with it right now in this hour. Ron Paul says after 9/11, people said, oh, yeah. Says very bad people who hate us. But 15 of the hijackers came from Saudi Arabia, said Paul. One of the reasons they attacked us is we propped up the Sharia government, and the fundamentalists hated us for it. So we were asking for it. We provoked it. So says the great genius, Ron Paul. Well, here's another genius who said basically the same thing. I think they called him Reverend Wright. Go.
We bombed Hiroshima, we bombed Nagasaki, and we nuked far more than the thousands in New York and the Pentagon, and we never batted an eye. We have supported state terrorism against the Palestinians and black South Africans, and now we are indignant because the stuff we have done overseas is now brought right back into our own front yards. America's chickens are coming home to roost.
How is that any different, ladies and gentlemen, from what Ron Paul said? How is that any different? And when are we conservatives and Republicans and others going to have the guts to confront it? At least when it comes to this issue, he's our Reverend Wright. Oh, yes, he is. Blame America first. This is why. There's a close association between Code Pink and a number of people who've worked with Paul. No. Where have all the backbenchers gone? They usually like to steal stuff from this show. They did the whole Andre Carson thing all over the place today. What about this guy? You want to talk about this guy? No, they don't want to talk about this guy. Well, maybe tomorrow they will. Maybe you should call them and tell them. Did you hear what Paul said? Did you look at the Des Moines Register? August 27th? Oh, yes, I do my research. How many articles do I send you a day, Rich, so we can make sure they're up? 20, 25, 30? More. Or other links or historical links or whatever it is? I'm digging hard, and I didn't have to dig that hard to find this. Anyone else mention this today? No, and they're not gonna. It's a lot easier not to deal with all of his followers. A couple thousand of them. Hey, did you hear? What they do is they email each other and their websites say, go over here, go over there. Who cares? They're not the Tea Party movement. I've been at several Tea Party rallies. I'm friends with several of the individuals who've been involved in organizing the Tea Party effort. They think this guy's a kook too. Let me be as succinct as I can. What Ron Paul said is unpatriotic. Every bit as unpatriotic as this guy Wright. Now, I'm going to read it to you again, then we're going to play Wright again, and then I'll move on. But I am going to underscore it. He said after 9/11, according to the Des Moines Register reporting this, people said, oh, yeah, it's those very bad people who hate us. But 15 of the hijackers came from Saudi Arabia, said Paul. One of the reasons they attacked us is we propped up the Sharia government, and the fundamentalists hated us for it. First of all, we didn't even prop up that government. The British did. But that aside, what kind of mentality is this? And then there's Reverend Wright. Go.
We bombed Hiroshima, we bombed Nagasaki, and we nuked far more than the thousands in New York and the Pentagon, and we never batted an eye. We have supported state terrorism against the Palestinians and black South Africans, and now we are indignant because the stuff we have done overseas is now brought right back into our own front yards. America's chickens are coming home to roost.
Yep. Despicable. Another piece of crap. Obama's minister. So how many are still going to support Ron Paul? Mr. Constitution. Not. He's Mr. Federalist paper. He's Mr. Not Constitution. Mr. Pre-Constitution. And even pre that, perhaps. I don't know. But it's very troublesome to me. It's very important that the information get out there. That people not tie their carts to this horse. I have nothing personal against the man. Nothing. But anybody who claims that America provoked the 9/11 attacks cannot possibly be patriotic, cannot possibly be coherent. They have a twisted ideology. A twisted ideology. He's managed to conceal this during the debates for the most part. He's managed to conceal a lot of what he has said and done over the last couple of decades in public life.